That I don't know.
I doubt it. Maybe Judas Priest though. The Black Flags and Bad Brains. Yeah, oh, they were into the Circle Jerks too. Minor Threat.
With the what?
Minor Threat.
No. Before that.
Oh, Circle Jerks.
Really?
Yep. Did you ever hear of the Butthole Surfers?
Yeah, I know the Butthole Surfers.
They used to always, always used to freaking imitate or try to imitate the Circle Jerks.
Well, if doesn't have something to do with someone's butthole or someone circle jerking, I don't know what's going on then.
Hey, dude, fucking back in the 1970s, they were willing to do anything to get a freaking gold record. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you heard about what's her face? Joan Jett now?
No, what's up with Joan Jett?
Joan Jett is trying to push the freaking narrative that she was victimized as a teenage girl because her and Lita Ford were in oh god, well, now I'm having a brain fart. Joan Jett and Lita Ford.
Well, okay, so I was victimized by her music. Can we call it a draw?
The Runaways. They were in the Runaways. Well, see, the thing about it is like they were both in the Runaways, and the Runaways actually, when it comes to freaking women and freaking, you know, being like remembered as like a freaking role model for women. Like, the Runaways was the first actual female rock band that really hit big. You know what I mean? Like, as a punk band, kind of. You know, I can't really call them like a punk band, you know what I mean? But they had that punk kind of...
Right.
You know, and they hit big. They got famous. I mean, Lita Ford, you know what I'm saying? How can you freaking not say she didn't get famous from it, you know? I mean, and then Joan Jett freaking comes out and says, well, I was drinking all the time, and my producer was freaking buying us booze, and he was in his early 20s, and I was just a teenager, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Who wasn't freaking getting drunk as a teenager in the 1970s and 80s? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's all time.
You know, I mean, hell. I spent more time standing next to a liquor store than I did anywhere else, trying to get somebody to go in and buy me booze.
See, I was the guy always buying booze because I looked older.
Well,
I had facial hair before everybody else. My facial hair was gray. So, as a 16-year-old, I'm going to buy booze. No problem. And my friends loved it.
It's weird. I not that often. I don't buy alcohol that often anyway. But I occasionally still get asked for ID even now. And the only identification that I carry on me is my debit card. And I'm coming to be 50.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, now they've gotten dogmatic about it. It's just so a part of the process. Yeah, no, I get cards everywhere I go, for sure. But back in the day, before it was a big deal, I don't know, I was right in that sweet spot before, because when I got one of my first jobs, I worked at a gas station. I was a graveyard clerk. Did I ask for ID? If you looked old enough, I didn't bother. It's insulting. However, if it's a part of your job description and you gotta do it, then you just do it.
Oh,
right?
Shucks, I've gotta do it. You know.
So
I don't know. It's insulting or a compliment. I mean, do I look younger than I actually am?
Dude, they're just trying to.
See, that's the thing too, because even though I looked older than all my friends and I had the gray facial hair, I'm still baby faced. Well, I mean, you guys see me shaven. I'm baby faced.
Well, I don't want to
I
feed
had the
into
best of
your
both
ego
worlds
though,
there.
because I mean, I freaking know you better than that, because you just want freaking applause and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden you're talking about your baby face, and then I'm saying, yeah, dude, you do have a pretty
You
baby
know
face,
how
and
many
you're like all
cougars have turned me down because, oh, this little baby face. Oh,
yeah.
like, are you kidding me?
Well,
I'm
dude,
older than your son.
hold on,
I'm
dude.
not as old as your ex-husband, but I'm older than your son.
Cougars, you need to understand something about cougars and milfs. Cougars and milfs don't want any guy that's above the age of 30. Okay, so once you pass 30,
Oh,
freaking, they
I was
don't
too
want you.
young.
Oh,
That's
no,
what they're saying. They're saying, "Oh, you're just too young." Oh,
whatever.
I could be your mother. Like, yeah, that's kind of the point. That's what I meant to.
Are you saying that we are over the hill?
No, I'm just saying cougars, freaking, they target younger guys so that they can get that new blood in. They like to control the situation.
Maybe for some one night stands, but as far as long term relationships, I've had quite a few. Don't get me wrong. It's just
Well, I'm saying
whew.
without getting them drunk.
No, never get me drunk. I literally had this. So I was like 20, I think. I was about 20 years old. No. This is after I got out of the army. Yeah, I don't know. I was somewhere around 21, 22, and yeah, mowing the neighbor's lawn and trimming the bushes. If you get what I mean.
I would
she
never.
was luring me in with 18.
I would never do
18
yard work,
beers.
dude. I'm sorry. I would
I would
never
be like,
do
I was
yard
21.
work.
She was 51, and we had it got exponentially, like like it got to the point she was buying me an 18 pack of beer every day because that's just how much she wanted to see me. She figured that was the way to get me over and get me drunk. I didn't need that. However, I didn't say no. It's a free alcohol. So
with all that being said, I want to say there, Joan Jett, reverse freaking victimization. V has been victimized by old age freaking barracuda milfs.
You lucky.
older ones love me. Ever since, listen, I got the feel on my first set of naked ones when I was 5 years old. My babysitters were just like incensed by me.
Yeah.
For some reason, I got 16-year-old girls babysitting me, and I'm just in boob heaven because you're damn wow.
Okay. So
bear me.
I've got one more topic that I want to bring up, and that's it. After that, I'm done. And it's
we're not gonna talk about my molestation anymore.
No. This one has to do with another thing that's happened recently, and it's the freaking invasion of Venezuela. Now, the New York Post. The New York Post said
Are you sure invasion?
Hold up,
word?
let me finish. New York Post put out U.S. used powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees during Maduro's
the sonic
raid.
Weapons.
Witness.
Okay. I take task with your usage of the word invasion, first of all. This issue in relation to some sort of sound based weapon. I've not really done that much research into it.
Yeah, they were using dark energy weapons, of course. They use them subtly in all these conflicts. Sometimes more subtle, sometimes more obvious. You can put a subsonic nauseator in an area and just make people feel like they have the flu, they want to go home, or they're not operating their optimally, you know. Or I mean, you can use these weapons like they used them in Iraq, using the voice of Allah, beaming the voices directly into their head, saying that they're Allah and they need to give up their weapons, and they did. They surrendered to the Americans by the thousands after
couple years ago, there was a pilot in some UK shopping malls, shopping centres, in which private sector companies pipe through sound that would only affect teenagers, to discourage teenagers from loitering.
Yeah, and this right here, according to what this mysterious weapon was supposed to do, it caused bleeding through the nose and vomiting blood.
Has that been
Yeah,
confirmed?
it sounds like a subsonic nauseator.
Yeah, I'm just curious, has that been confirmed? Because from what I've read, it's all been allegations and there's not been any confirmation.
Well, from what this sounds like is it came by a witness account posted Saturday from whenever this was posted on X by the White House press secretary.
Okay.
The one. It could. I mean, for me, all of it's propaganda, and if it came from the New York Post, I guarantee you, it was just press freaking. What I like to call it.
You think they're gonna make up stuff about direct entry weapons?
Well, of course they are.
A military coup.
Why not?
Instantly overnight.
Well, technically, it was a military coup. I disagree. There was a military coup. It was a legal action.
Well, see, this is sixth generation warfare now. You know what I mean? So whenever they have the opportunity to use this weapons and that they want to like express their power and their strength internationally, they freaking do strikes like this and they put it out to the public so that freaking it causes fear and intimidation to their enemies. That's usually the strategy about how freaking psyops work. That's the first level of it. They want to intimidate their enemies. It's called peace through freaking force. Okay.
Also, I remind you that newspapers are there to sell headlines or to sell their rags.
Right. Well, I mean, they're also a tool used by the government to sell propaganda as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a part of the fifth generation and sixth generation warfare. Which I do agree with Robot on the whole thing about it being a sixth generation now, because you got to take a look at like these supposed famines. You know what I mean? Like they're manufactured starvation, manufactured food shortages, and
like how during COVID the CIA had the little Cessnas and flying them into these grain silos and setting fires to farms. Yeah.
With all due respect to Mr. Robert, he tends to look at small clips of news and he doesn't actually explore the wider issue.
No.
He jumps off the gun.
He just basically hand up the skirt,